How's it going, YouTube? My name is Blake Yarbrough and welcome back. Today's video is on this shoe right here, the Nike SB Dunk Low Mummy. Now, if you haven't seen it already, I posted a review on this sneaker with full details, on foot looks, as well as glow in the dark shots. So make sure you check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. Link will be down in the description. And shout out to Sneaker Knockers for providing this pair. Mo actually provided his personal pair, so thank you, Mo, for trusting me with these. I've enjoyed filming them. And today we are going to be cutting all of the paneling off of this shoe right here. I've already cut off the toe box panel right there, which I did in the last video, so make sure you check out that review. I cut a panel in that video as well. So today's video is going to be cutting this entire shoe, which may make some of you happy, it may upset some of you. I want to do it to show you guys what it looks like, also see for myself, and just be able to enjoy the shoe in both forms. So there's been a lot of tearaway shoes over the last few years, and this is one of the better ones in my opinion. I'm curious though to see what it looks like when the entire shoe is this gray premium suede. So without further ado, I've got my X-Acto knife right here. Let's get into it. All right, we're gonna start off with the toe box because I've already got this first panel cut. And as we go through, I'll cut some panels. You guys will be able to see me cutting them. We'll do some time lapse to speed up the process as well. We're gonna go ahead and get right into this. So I first need to get a spot started, which I just kind of start in the middle where I know it's a safe spot to start. And then I'll go ahead and get as close as I can to these stitches without actually cutting into them. I want to leave a little bit of an edge. We've got this one started. And honestly, guys, this cuts really easily. It's not that difficult. You just need to be careful because these X-Acto knives are extremely sharp. So I'm just going down right here and just getting a nice clean line into this corner, and then I'll go back and start from the other side. And I'm just kind of sticking the tip of the X-Acto knife underneath the fabric and just pulling upwards, and that way I can keep a nice clean line and keep it under control. All right, so I've went all the way down to this corner right here. I'm gonna go back and start up at the top, go across, and then back down. I'm gonna kind of use this piece now to hold and pull up as I cut, and I can get it closer to the edge. All right, now let's go back across. It's difficult when I'm left-handed to show you guys at the same time. And I'm not trying to do this 100% perfectly. Obviously, there's already frayed edges on this sneaker as it is. So I'm not trying to get it absolutely perfect. I do want it to look nice, but if it's a little bit off here or there, it's not gonna matter because the whole idea is that, honestly, you would skate these. This is how you would actually rip these, is you would skate these, but we're gonna speed up the process and use this knife. All right, I'll give you guys a quick look right there. I've got two panels cut now, and you can kind of see how it's going to look. I think it's gonna look pretty sick once I do this entire shoe. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Obviously, you could cut any panels that you want and maybe just like kind of space them out. That might look kind of cool too, but we will be cutting every single panel on this sneaker. Let's go ahead and get to this big toe box one right here. All right, guys, we have got the entire toe box cut. Now I've got this paneling taken out right here in the center. As you saw, I took out the laces just to make sure I didn't leave any nicks or anything like that in the laces. And I also wanted to point out underneath the eyelets right here, you've got some important stitches that hold the tongue in place. So make sure you're being really careful when you're in this area if you are cutting a pair, because you've got some important stitching in here that actually holds the front of the shoe together. So be careful on that. I'm gonna go ahead and get back to cutting and we'll cut back to a time lapse. here for the first update, I've cut all the way from the first lace eyelets all the way to the toe box. Show you guys what it looks like. This looks pretty wild. It looks very distressed. I didn't think there'd be this much fraying. Honestly, I thought it would cut a lot cleaner, which it can. Like I can show you, for example, like this line right here. This is a really clean cut line, but honestly, if you just rub it with your fingers or rub it with the edge of the knife, it frays pretty easily. So if you like this distressed look, it's very easy to achieve. It just takes a little bit of cutting and a little bit of friction, and you can create a pretty distressed look. But let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. This is looking pretty wild. I'm excited to go ahead and go back into a time lapse. We'll cut this midfoot panel on the lateral side as well as on the medial side. So we're gonna go ahead and move a little bit further into the shoe, but with 1/3 cut, that's basically what it looks like. We're back for the second update. I've made it 2/3 of the way through the shoe now, and it's starting to look pretty crazy. You can see that it's totally distressed. You've got like the premium gray suede just popping out through the different panels. And honestly, guys, the bigger panels are pretty easy to cut. I can cut those in just a few seconds. The smaller panels take me anywhere from maybe a minute to a few minutes to cut these really small panels. We're doing these time lapses, and once we finish, I'll give you kind of an estimate on how long it took me to do the whole shoe, but this is what it looks like so far. I did keep the beetle on the toe box, but we're 2/3 of the way done. We've got just the heel to finish up. I'm excited to see, I mean, I can kind of tell how it's gonna look, but I'm excited to see the finished product, especially with the eyes on the back. So let's jump into one more time lapse and we'll finish it up. All right, we're down to our last two panels. I've made it all the way to the heel of the shoe. Done these big panels right here on each side. Got these two little triangles left. I would love if Nike hid something behind here. I would love that. I'm not sure. We're gonna see here in just a few minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and get this back triangle started. And this way you can kind of see like how each one is really progressing. These bigger panels are pretty easy to cut. You can just kind of push the knife across underneath and just pick it up, and it cuts off pretty easily. The smaller panels are tedious. Definitely takes a little bit of practice to kind of get it down, but that's one side. I'm gonna do it where you guys can see as well. All right, so we got this one started. And then I found the easiest thing is to kind of cut two sides like that and then pull it up so that I can cut like this while I pull away from the shoe. That seems to work pretty easy. Luckily so far, I've got one panel left. I've stabbed myself one time, but I didn't draw blood. So we've survived the shoe cutting with no injuries. We've just got this panel left. And one disclaimer, this edge right here along the top of the shoe, the ankle collar, this part right here is not a cutaway. So just so you know, I went ahead and checked it out. This little section right here on each side of the shoe, that is not a tearaway, so do not cut that. Now we've got the last panel. Please let there be something behind here. I'm gonna try and cut all the way around and then we'll peel it back. You can definitely tell the swoosh is under here. So I'm gonna just kind of go around here like this. This has been definitely an experience. Really made my hand pretty sore, and it's definitely taken Nick and I a while to film this. I'd say right now we've been doing this for about an hour. We're just now getting to the end of the shoe. Guys, this right here is not a cutaway section. So guys, this is going to be the final product. I thought this was a cutaway. This is actually is not a cutaway. So disclaimer, above the swooshes right here, not a cutaway. So let's go ahead and check out the final product. This looks absolutely insane. Only sections I didn't cut obviously were the tongue, which is not going to be a cutaway, and then of course right here around the ankle collar I found out that is not a cutaway section. But this is the final product. It looks absolutely insane. If I hold these side by side, you be the judge. Which one do you like better? Me personally, I do like the uncut version better. So if you guys were curious, in my opinion, I like the uncut version better, but I think it is cool if you were to skate these, or if you wanted to just cut them like this. This looks pretty crazy. It's very distressed look, lots of fraying, and I think that's something that is really unique. So I do like this as well. I think it's cool, and I'm fortunate enough that Sneaker Knockers provided this pair of shoes so that I could do this video for you guys and save you the trouble, or maybe show you a little quick tutorial on how to do it. I kept the beetle on the toe box, and we'll give you guys some nice up close shots as well. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. This was a fun video to make. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like down below. If you haven't seen my review, check that out as well. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. We are doing a giveaway on the FTC Dunks right behind me, size 9. Winner will be picked at the end of October. Thank you guys for always supporting me. I really appreciate you. And with that, we're on to the next sneaker.